Welcome back to TMZ Live.
Thanks for having me, you guys, and thanks for covering this.
So, you know, in your words, because, you know, we're calling this the UFO revolution, why is it a revolution?
Right, yeah. I mean, this is a completely different place where we're sitting now than we were back in 2017 when we saw the New York Times article come out. People are now aware that the UFO presence is a reality, whatever that presence represents to humanity. Now we're able to ask questions. That's the revolution. Smart people can talk about UFOs. There was such a stigma before, and that stigma was crushing the scientific investigation, and it was posing a military issue, a military threat. It is acknowledged that there are unknown objects of unknown origin flying with impunity within our restricted airspace that can outpace, outmaneuver, and outperform anything we have, and we've been closing our eyes to it and keeping it secret, and that secrecy, it has eroded public trust. So that brings us to where we are today, which is yet again another step forward into the analysis of what UAP are and what they represent to really humankind.
I know there is a video that we'd love to get your description of, a video that you have revealed in the special from a military base in Iraq. And this object, tell us what we're seeing here and what you've learned about this video.
I usually have to get a piece of video a few times in order to deem it worthy of further investigation. I don't know what we're looking at, but it was labeled UAP by our intelligence agencies, and as we all know, UAP just means UFO, same basic thing. So what this is the big question, but I will tell you this for sure. What you are seeing for the first time in history is an incursion by a UAP from a military base or at a military base that is filmed on U.S. military hardware. So this is the first time we see a UFO incursion in a military base. We've heard about this for decades, shutting down nuclear weapons, that sort of thing. But finally, we were able to get this video to the point where we felt comfortable putting it out and asking people for more information. Longer versions of this footage does exist within our intelligence agencies, and I do hope that they fess up and start explaining to the American public what it is we're actually seeing in this footage.
I have to tell you, we are so proud of this, and we thank you so sincerely for all the help and for all of the guidance and just the knowledge base you have in this. This is really an event. Like Charles said, it is an event. It's a three-parter, 3-day event. The first part is available right now on Tubi. You can watch it for free. UFO Revolution, and 2 and 3 in the days to follow. So, Jeremy, thank you so much for being with us and for making this happen.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing the rest of the series. I know it got really personal for me, and I know there's a lot more we're going to be releasing in it. So thank you guys, and yeah, hope everybody watches.
Deadass, look. It's a spaceship. Look, the whole street is up. There's a flying spaceship. Look. What the Look. Yo, what the Oh, I gotta park for this. Yo, what? No way.
Oh, yeah. Geraldine.
Yo, look at that. Look at everybody in the highway right now. I don't know, bro.
Okay, mandaba un aparato.
Espera, ni idea. A mí no se mueve de ahí.
The new year is kicking off with a big bang. This was just reported today, January 1st, 2024, of what looks to be like dozens of UFOs in the sky. Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
when we can finally say with confidence that the most unlikely sounding theories about UFOs are actually true. Yes, these things are real. They're not all weather balloons. They're not experimental aircraft from this or any other country. Whatever they are not of human origin, nor do they behave according to the laws of known physics. And yes, the U.S. government currently has physical evidence that they exist. That means wreckage of the craft as well as the bodies of the beings that flew them. Amazingly, all of this is true. We know that from the detailed testimony, much of it under oath, from several high-level whistleblowers, including longtime intel officers Lou Elizondo and Dave Grush, both of whom we've talked to. But there have been many, about 10 so far. So the question is, now that the UAP Disclosure Act has passed, when can the rest of us see the information that we paid for and in fact own?
Fucking Goku. That's gotta be a fucking Goku, dog.
Are you kidding me? Imagine? Wow. That would be very scary. Every second is mine.
Looks like a fucking fish. You know, like one of those
like
fishes.
An underground fucking those eyes.
Yeah.
See-through fish, huh?
Holy fuck.
Yeah. The thing is, it's still red. Still? That's the
Oh, there you go. Right fucking there.
That's what the fuck is that, brother?
What the fuck is that, yo?
January 16th, 2024. 2 o'clock in the morning. 30 degrees. Snow flurries, not a soul in sight. Alien spacecraft lands, then takes off.
As I beheld the beasts, behold, a wheel appeared upon the earth by the beasts, having 4 faces. The fashion of the wheels, and their work, was like unto chrysolite, and they 4 had one form, and their fashion and their work was as one wheel in another wheel. When they went upon their 4 sides, and they returned not when they went. They had also rings and height, and were fearful to behold. And their rings were full of eyes, round about them 4. And when the beasts went, the wheels went with them. And when the beasts were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whither their spirit led them, they went. And thither did the spirit of the wheels lead them. And the wheels were lifted up besides them. For the spirit of the beasts was in the wheels.
January 18th, 2024, Louisiana. Caught on cam. Did I just film an alien probe deployment?
How is everybody going to respond? Let's say Disclosure comes out and they're very upfront about what's going on, and they tell us what's going on, and they tell us that these things are real. They show us an interview, like they claim that there's an interview with an alien, and they probably had it for decades. But how are people going to respond when they see for themselves, everybody on this planet sees that this is a real phenomenon?
You'll see 2 things happen. You'll see a big split in the divide. You'll see a lot of people, half the people go towards no religion and drop religion, which is a multi-trillion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
And then you'll see another group of people, another 50% of the people will become extremists and believe and swear that these are the demons that are being prophesied about coming to get us. And these aliens we're working with Satan. And Satan's gonna get us, and this whole demon thing, and this Satan's and his demons, and the fallen army of heaven is coming down to beguile us. So you'll see this divide happen between non-believers and zealots. And that's what's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, even Tucker Carlson was just saying on some podcast that he thinks that he says he got some sort of like top secret information that he hasn't even shared with his wife, according to him, that says that this whole phenomenon is a spiritual phenomenon.
I know people get tired of hearing this, and they get tired of people addressing this topic, but this is gonna be one of the main topics you're gonna hear. I mean, if this happens, and let's just say that they are honest about it, you're going to hear exactly what Billy Carson is talking about. I mean, it's either going to be one way or the other. It's either going to be all the way thinking it's deception and demonic, or it's going to be, you know, something totally different. And actually, I kind of disagree about the first option about how people are going to act, because I think that, you know, it's going to be very a toss-up. You're going to have people that are just going to be very fearful and very scared and not knowing how to accept the fact that this is a real thing. And you're just going to have people just not knowing what to think about it. And you're going to have people that actually believe it's not real. They're still going to say, oh, it's not real. They're just saying this because they're distracting us from other things going on. When really, in reality, guys, the distraction is the other things going on. There's nothing bigger than this. There's not a weapon, there's not a story in the world, in history, that's bigger than this, if this is true, guys. Leave your comments.
January 21st, 2024, Louisiana, 10 o'clock, object appears from behind the Galleria. What do you think it is?
Now this is scary. The three most recent and conclusive pieces of evidence supporting the existence of alien life in our universe. The first one will shock you. Okay, so number 3. On September 14, 2023, in Mexico, Congress were presented with bodies from a UFO crash. They did DNA tests on these bodies, and a third of the DNA is from something we've never seen before. An unknown origin. Ryan Graves, a former U.S. Navy pilot who in July 2023 claimed the number of UFOs are being grossly underreported, is in huge support and belief of these findings. Number 2, organic molecules on Mars and other celestial bodies. We're talking about the building blocks of life, found right there on the red planet and moons around Jupiter and Saturn. It's not just random chemicals. These are organic compounds, the same stuff that kick-started life on Earth. Number 3, Roswell, something crashed there in 1947, and the first press release is like, hey, we got a flying disc, but suddenly it's a weather balloon? Come on, there's too much smoke there for there not to be a fire.
Welcome, folks. Buckle up as we traverse the cosmos on a wild ride. Recently, there's been a surge in alien encounters and UFO sightings. Take the small Japanese town of Ino, for instance, a place now synonymous with extraterrestrial beliefs. Since the 70s, it's been a hotbed for alien sightings and unexplained aerial phenomena. Now, this isn't just hearsay. In 2020, Japan even launched protocols to scrutinize these sightings, leading to the creation of their first-ever UFO observation lab. This lab, diligently collecting videos, photos, and reports, is a testament to humanity's relentless curiosity. And folks, this isn't a phenomenon restricted to Japan. Globally, there's been a rise in UFO sightings and alien encounters, sparking a renewed interest in the unknown. So, next time you gaze at the night sky, remember, we're not alone in this vast universe. Keep your eyes peeled, you never know what you might spot.
What is this? I don't know. Is helicopter?
Here. Look. You need to get the boys. Did the kids come out to look?
Yeah, like how did that
Did you see it though when it was over here? It looked so crazy. It looked like it's on fire.
Here.
I don't think that's it. That sound comes from over there.
That's the noise, isn't it?
What the heck? Look at it, boy. Look at it. Look at it. That don't even look normal.
It really like a hole in
it. It like it turned into a spirit.
UAP spotted over Ronald Reagan Airport by the Pentagon.
Breaking news! Yup. In an astonishing discovery, scientists have identified what appears to be a potentially dystopian and dangerous futuristic society on a nearby planet. Recent news has raised concerns as NASA, utilizing the James Webb Telescope, detected light patterns resembling bright city lights on this distant celestial body. Speculations about the complexity and advancement of this potential extraterrestrial civilization have stirred fear among many. Proxima B, the designated planet in question, is now at the center of attention, with reports suggesting that these light patterns might be indicative of highly intelligent extraterrestrial life. Some experts believe that this discovery marks the first tangible evidence of intelligent life beyond our planet, and what's more unsettling is that Proxima B is relatively close to Earth. The possibility that this civilization may be observing use has added an extra layer of apprehension to this extraordinary revelation.
Another object that powered up upon request that is really bright, silent. It is a very active night here in Ontario, Canada, and it's going lights out. That's just incredible.
This couple was abducted by extraterrestrials in 1961. They were the first people to ever talk about extraterrestrial abductions in American history. Now, what makes this story so believable is that Betty, the woman in this photo, she drew a star map that she said the extraterrestrials showed to her. She said, like, basically, this is where they're from, and she drew this star map of Zeta Reticuli. Now, at the time, we didn't have that knowledge of all those stars. Like, our astronomers didn't find all those stars yet. But she was able to basically perfectly draw what she said the aliens showed her. So, luckily enough, I tracked down one of the family members. Her name is Kathleen Martin, and she was the niece of Betty. And I asked her, and this woman, again, she's been all over like alien TV shows. She's been on the History Channel. She's been all over the place because everybody knows that she is the niece of Betty. But, you know, I asked her a bunch of questions, but one of the questions I asked her was, like, when you were going over and visiting Aunt Betty when you were young, was she crazy? Like, was she normal? Like, how does the family feel about all this? Is it something that, like, you guys feel like, wow, something tragic happened to our family members? Or was it like, I don't know, Aunt Betty was kind of nuts? Like, I wanted to know. So this was her response.
We were very sympathetic toward Betty and Barney. We knew that something had happened. There was no doubt of their credibility. They were solid citizens. And so we were sympathetic. We were attempting to help them to work through all of this as best we could as family members.